Well, hello everyone. Today I am working in this journal. I just finished it, and I thought I would do a page in it as well and record it for you. If you haven't seen the video, it is already up, and I am creating this very easy background cover of this little journal that I made with jelly plate prints. As you can see, I'm just sharing it with you how I do it. It's quite easy and simple to do. And then I show you that I already made this page. I made this on my holiday, and I colored the inside because there was leftover paint on my palette. So and this is just a page that I created with leftover paints. It is not finished yet, and I thought about using the scraps that I had left from this journal cover on this page. But there are some nice ones, but I don't feel like working on this page just now, so I'm just going to skip it and create something else. And that's, I think, the fun part of creating an art journal and just playing it. I'm just going to see what I have lying around. I want to play with things that I didn't. I am always searching for right ways to store my materials. I do want to see everything, and if I don't see it, then probably I won't use it. So I am trying to build box myself in with all my supplies, and they are all surrounding me right now. I just decided to get all my crayons and my oil pastels and my other stuff out of these drawers and just in plain sight, so I can just use them. They are situated on the Lazy Susan, so I can turn them around and then I can use it. So I want to play with those today. I have got these distress markers. Sorry, I'm moving my camera stand. I see it. So there are the regular distress crayons, but these are the cheap version for the Dutchies. They come from Action, and they are some of them are very shiny and bright and sparkly. They've got glitter in them. Some of them do, like the blue one. You can't see it on my finger, but the blue one has glitter in it. And I thought, well, I'm just going to use this today to create my little page. And I'm starting on this book page that I've got. And at first I want to, this is very thin. I do want to put some gesso on it. And, oh, I have to see how I'm doing it. My gesso is very far away. Oh, like that. I'm trying to do it like this without the voiceover because I am planning to upload this entire video, and so you can decide if you want to watch it. If you don't, just press forward and go to the moment that you want to watch further, because if I start talking, I keep talking. So I'm trying to create some quick pages without thinking too much, and that's why I'm doing it like this without a voiceover. So I don't want to create more than about 15 or 20 minutes to keep you a little bit interested. Not cutting the drying time, so putting gesso on it just to give it a little bit more tooth and a bit more strength for me to put some materials on. These are water soluble, so they react with water, so I need a good base for the paper to hold the water. And while I'm doing this, I am looking around to see what I can use to start with. I like to start my pages with paper, some background papers, some jelly prints. As you can see, I created some quick ones with leftover paints to use, and I did an online free course with Drew Steinbecher and created a few pages as well. These are just some transfers. So I'm just scanning my desk if I can find something to use. I am going to I'm overthinking already, just talking and talking, and I'm just going to choose. I've got this black one that's on math paper with numbers on it. And I've got this one. This is just print paper, and it has a little bit of text here and some funny swirls. I'm just going to grab a piece of this and this and this, and then maybe a little bit. I'm just going to add the color, like the yellows, with this. And I was sitting in my car this morning, and I thought purple and green go very well together. So I'm going to do purple and green. That's what I decided just yet. All right, basics. You can use gel medium, matte medium, you know that. And if you don't, I just told you. Just to go over here and just to... I like to use the whole page that I made, because I find it very hard to tear up nice pieces of paper that I love. I love this whole piece here, and I don't like to tear it to match it to size, this page here. So I'm just going to leave it like that and just try and use this later. And just going to fold it over like that, just leaving a little edge here, and just going to glue it down. No, I'm not gluing it down just yet. So I'm going to leave it like that, just fold it. I did the same with this page here, so it was just a piece that I glued down here, and then I folded it to go here. I'm sorry for my little cough, but I had a very bad cold, and I'm just recovering from it. It takes a little while, longer than I am used to, but just okay, overthinking it again. How much time do I have? About 8 minutes left. So just put it down like that. Just this side thing, yeah, and don't talk too much about other things. Just do it like that. I'm just going to... This is Dina Wakley. I've got all of her tissue paper, printed tissue papers. Loving them. And I also bought the blank one so I can use them to create my own. But it's they don't tear that easy. You can see that, and I'm struggling to tear it. I'm just going to do it like that. I'm going to leave it to dry just a little bit, and if it's dry, then I can just tear off the edges here, and whatever is not glued on will come off quite easy. So, done. 1, 2. Now, slapping up some color like that. Just going, that's the easy, pretty thing of these distress crayons, and you can just draw with them and just put some color down. We know the ways like that. Oh, I love that black and purple. So just going to see what that will give us. Just getting, I can use a water brush. Let me just take a water brush if there is some water in it, and if there's not, yes there is. Just, oh, there was a bit too much water, like that. So you can see it goes on quite well, and it just looks very pretty. This is other paper, this is tissue paper, so it runs better, but if you just move it around. And I love the fact that this goes into these creases here. I'm just going to show you. There was a little bit of gesso here on my page, so you can see it resists quite well. Just go over it when it's dry with a little tissue, and you can see there is a bit. It looks more bluish purple in screen, but it is kind of like a magenta purple that I'm putting on here. I'm trying to remember to create or make a picture of it. This is peeled paint. That might be a little bit too light for me, but we'll see. Just putting on a little bit of green. It might be just a perfect color for what I'm doing here. So doing the same and moving the paint around like that. You can use your fingers if you like, just to smear it a little. If it's wet, then it will smear quite well, like so. Just putting on a little bit of color, trying to use a little bit more white. I can see in my screen that it looks brown, but it is green. So I do need a new camera, because if you can't see the colors, then it might look like I wanted to say a word that we can use in the Netherlands whenever we like, but in other parts of the world it is a swear word, so I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. So okay, this is done. I'm just going to do a little quick dry. I'm liking this side a lot. Now I'm going to take my, where's my gesso? Here's my gesso. Just put some down on my paper here, and then I am searching for a nice stencil. And I just came back from my holiday. I was away for a week, but I was ill. The flu. Oh, here it is. So I didn't unpack, but I do have this lovely stencil here. I'm just going to create a little bit more interest and breaking up that dark page here. Just move it around. Also, these crayons can be used to tint your gesso. I'm just searching for some place that I can show you. Just taking this card here, so you can see. Normally you would do it on a craft mat or something slick to do this, and then just take your gesso. And if you do this on a craft mat, you will tint your gesso in a greenish color, like that. You can see it's green. Start to get green. And then you've got it on your finger, so you can put it aside, and then just dip your sponge in the green gesso, and it works just fine. You can't see it on the purple, but I just wanted to show you that you can easily tint your gesso with everything you like. But if you only have your crayons on hand, then just play and mix it together. So let's see what we've got. We've got a nice page, we've got some scribbling, and then the only thing I need is an image to put on my... And while I was ill, I had a whole week, because I couldn't do anything else, to cut my images and to fussy cut them. As you can see, I've done a lot, and then just sort them like this in my little like that. Oh, I like that. I am liking this owl here. So I'm just going to not overthink it, and I'm just going to glue that owl down. And right, like that. I love owls. I think they are, next to donkeys, they are my favorite animal. Well, let's say donkeys are my favorite animals and these are my favorite birds. Well, that's an animal technically as well. So, like that. The purple is no longer there, but that's no problem at all. Just going to get my white back just a little, like so. Like, don't need much, just want to get a little bit of that background tone down, like so. Now I think I am ready, and I didn't do it in 15 minutes, did I? 16 already. Well, I will get there in 20. You can see it's dry, so you can easily get the excess off. Now we need some text. Oh, we've got a lot. Oh, I'm so in love with these texts from, I'm sorry, I'm so, oops, like that. From Dina Wakley as well. I really like these. I've got them all, as you can see, double sometimes. I like the way they inspire, but they are funny as well, sometimes. It's a nice one. I would rather use a little bit of more bold, but I really like this saying and it speaks to me at this moment. So they are reference to the person who said it. And the quote is from Coco Chanel, and it is, "Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself." And I really agree with what she is saying. Coco Chanel is she? Yeah, looks like she. Alright, decide to be yourself. It needs to be, get a bit up, like that. So, yes, almost there, yes, done it, like that. So, now my signature things that I can't do without, and that's just getting my Stabilo All or my Derwent Inktense pencil, if I can find it in the mess that I made. I'm sharpening my pencil, yes, like that, and I'm just going to go over it like so and create my little black border. That's the thing I do, and I like to do it everywhere I can. I'm just going over my little owl, and then just do it like that. Liking it more and more. Alright, almost done. Oh, 45 seconds. 45 seconds before the 20 minutes are up. But hey, I am not going to stress. Art is fun, and art needs to create some peace of mind. So if I start to stress because of the time limit, then that's not a good sign. So just going to do it like that, and oh, almost done. So I'm not done. If I don't know if you got that as well. If you create, then you say, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. I do need a black line on the text, and I wanted to do some white spatters. Don't know why, but I want to do it. So 20 minutes will become about 1.5 hours, but hey, it's fun. Just a little bit of acrylic ink, and now I do need some kind of slick surface. I really need to clean up my desk. This is such a mess, and I always say to myself, I know where everything is at, and I can't find it within a heartbeat. No, I can't. So just a piece of plastic. Just put him. So that's one thing that we do, is use whatever we've got lying around, and in this case it's a piece of plastic. Why not? Oh, sorry, I'm just still getting used to my microphone that's attached to my, and I can just cover up his very nice face, but might be right. Oh, I could do it here as well. You can do it with acrylic inks, with white paint, with gesso, whatever you like. Or just stipple with a marker or something. It's really no problem. You can use anything. So this is it, everyone. So just, if it's dry, just go over it just with a... I find that the markers, Posca markers, work well as well. But if it's wet, it's still a bit wet, and... then a pencil works just best. It's just a bit freehand, so like that. Done. Page is done. Thank you for watching, everyone. Bye bye. I'll see you later.